My therapist says I have a fear of success. I'm starting to think she's right, given that the only emotion I feel right now as you're rejecting me is intense relief. With all this money, I can finally stop saying I would write the next great American novel if only I had the time. I can actually just do it. No distractions, no excuses. If I was in charge, the first thing I would do to make this job 100% better would be to get rid of the phones. Just rip them out of the wall. If people need to get in touch with customer service, they can just send us an email. The second thing I would do is get rid of email. Yoga class was okay. I didn't really care for all the complicated moves, but that one part where we got to lie on the floor and pretend like we were dead, that was pretty good. Melancholy and living in a fantasy world. I feel like I'm looking at a funhouse mirror and before me I see a grotesque and distorted reflection of myself while the world gathers around and points at that and says, that is the real you. So do you think the stereotype's inaccurate? No, it's pretty accurate. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed and hurt and a little bit hungry. And you know what? Actually, yeah, I'm mad too. Man, I am already zoning out and dreaming of a more fulfilling life. And I just clocked in 3 minutes ago. As Gandalf said in the Fellowship of the Ring, not all who wander are lost. But yeah, I'm lost. It's like, shut up, Gandalf! You're not helping! I'm freaking out right now! It's great now that I'm single. I get all this time to myself with no human interaction. And then at night, I get my 8, 9, 14 hours of sleep. Of course, there are the times where I occasionally get intrusive thoughts that love is just a lie, and then other times where I burst into tears for no apparent reason. But overall, it's great. So what do you want to do for our next date? Do you want to get married? I mean, get sushi? For the last 20 years, I have been bottling up everything you've done, from minor annoyances like chewing with your mouth open to huge stuff like the time you turned over our golf cart and we both ended up in the hospital. So put your phone on Do Not Disturb, because for the next 2 hours, I'm finally getting it all out there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make everyone think I was dead by not showing up to anything and not answering my phone. I just needed some space. Like 6 months worth of space. You all know how that is, right? I am a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. Okay, actually I'm pretty boring, but the enigma thing sounded better. Isolation is the key to creativity. Shakespeare himself wrote several of his best plays while he was isolated during the plague. I'm gonna get started ASAP, right after I take a nap. I am so in love. Oh, not with my girlfriend. I'm talking about the ideal version of a partner that I've had in my head since I was 12. I'm really just kind of waiting to see if my girlfriend can ever live up to that. What's this? It's a poem I wrote about how I feel about this job interview. It's called Locking My Own Cage from the Inside. Okay. It's actually pretty good. I just walked past security and nobody noticed me. I am really sad because today I found out that my teacher, Mrs. What's Her Name, she can't marry me because she's already married. I will never love anyone ever again. Life is such torment. I'm going to work on having more self-confidence. Is that stupid? You can tell me if you think it's a stupid resolution. Hey, I've been waiting here for about 5 days now. I think you guys might have overlooked me. Just checking in. Okay, let's try ideal career for INFP. There are no results. Coincidentally, that's why my last supervisor said she fired me. As your teacher, it's my job to expand your minds. But not like in a drug way, though. That sounded weird. Sorry. Let's just start over. I am so nervous. Oh, that this too sullied flesh would melt. I don't go around reciting poetry all the time, okay? And if I did, I'd find something more unique than Shakespeare. Like some Carl Sandburg at least.